What's up, guys? So today we are pulling Joey's old M52B28. It kind of took a shit on him and he was ready to just build his other car, so it's kind of been sitting here. So we are parting out pretty much the whole vehicle. He's taking the coils off and selling them and stuff, but I have most of it done already. I think the last thing I really have to do is engine mounts, trans mounts, and fueling. I have some clips of it, so I'll toss those in. But yeah, I'm super hyped to get this thing out because one is more powerful than the engine I have in my car, and if we build it and it works, it should last longer than the one that's in my car currently. So that's pretty good.
So Andy didn't explain that right. So basically what's happening is he has a 250,000 mile M50, right? 250,000 miles on an M50, especially when you're hitting red line all the time drifting, it's not gonna last very long. His goal, he's gonna pull this, he's gonna rebuild it, do the basics, just like redo the valve train, new bearings, new rings, just simple shit like that. So he essentially has a fresh engine to build off of, and if he wants to boost it later down the road, he can with ease. That's how you explain it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on pulling the fuel and all the stuff on the transmission and engine mounts, and this thing should just kind of slide up. Oh my lord.
So I know a lot of you can be like, oh well, this is an M50, right? Because metal valve cover. Catch can, right? Catch can. I believe this is the Rally Road kit. You have to run a metal M50 valve cover. So this is an M52, true M52, not TU. Thank the Lord. No offense to you TU guys out there. I just personally don't like it. But that's why it looks like this.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a little Frankenstein kind of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on pulling the rest of this stuff, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Kind of hard to get an angle on it, but these two hoses right there are going to be your fuel lines. So those are the last things that are kind of like connecting your engine to the actual chassis, along with these wires. And then there is a sensor up here. That's going to be your reverse sensor, so you're going to take that out as well. And then pretty much the rest is just engine mounts. There's going to be one on each side, and then there's the trans mounts back there. I have the exhaust off pretty much. I just need, I think, one more bolt. It should just fall down. But yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. Sorry, it's kind of is what's known as the bitch clip. It sits on top of like where your shifter stuff meets up, and it's a bitch. If you couldn't tell by the name, it took me about Shut up. Anyways, so I'm sitting there for like 3 damn hours trying to get this thing out. It took him like 14 minutes. But basically what you want to do is it sits like this, and then you have to pry this end up like that, and then it slides out. But the thing is, you have like no room because you're in like the trans tunnel essentially, and it's a bitch. So you kind of have to almost like bend it or break it sometimes. That's kind of what helped him, I think. But yeah, it's got to go up like that and then out to the side.
Did you say thank you to Master Uguay?
Thanks, Daddy.
Being serious.
Probably.
You goofball. You can't touch the butterfly clip, you goofball.
I was gonna go.
Alright, I actually don't want to ruin the strap. There we go. Alright, actually get out from under the car. Get out from under the car.
Yeah. Watching the whole car being lifted up.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're gonna have to lower it all the way and then swing the fucking engine thing back.
Nice and slow. Keep going.
I ain't never seen no shit like this.
Nice and good. Wanna take turns? Look at the tire.
Alrighty, so we just got the motor and trans out. Wasn't too bad, it probably took me a couple days. I had other stuff to do too, so I wasn't like fully dedicated to taking this thing out. But it wasn't too bad, to be honest. I mean, it was tedious because you got to make sure you unplug all like the wiring and stuff like that, and all the cooling hoses. And that's actually a big one that people forget because it's in the back of the motor. It's a heater core hose, so you want to make sure to take that out, or else when you start yanking out the engine, there's still going to be that hose holding it back. Another thing was, I can show you guys right here, was this. The steering column, I know the lighting's kind of crappy, but the steering column right there, that likes to get, well, it's sitting on that rack, and then it kind of blocks your oil pan from coming out, so that was a little annoying. We had to take that off like halfway while the engine was like half out of the engine, or half out of the car, so that was kind of annoying. And then now I can actually show you guys. So this is, let's see if it wants to focus on this thing, 'cause it doesn't really want to, but this is the bitch clip, and it sits in like that, and then it clamps down, I mean over this like little ridge. And then that's what's really annoying to get out. I mean, probably with like experience of doing it over and over again, it'll take you a little bit, but like my first time, I was sitting there for like probably like 2 hours, like just trying to get it out. It was super annoying. You need to get like a midget flathead. That helps a lot. But yeah, that was probably the hardest thing, I would say. Everything else is just kind of like you just unplug it and you keep unplugging shit until you like just start tugging on stuff. Like if you tug on something and it's tethered down, disconnect it. And you start tugging on stuff and it's all loose, then you're probably good. Another thing was the reverse. I believe it's, I forget where it's. Oh yeah, right there. The reverse sensor. You got to make sure you pull that out. Some people forget and then kind of fucks it up. So that's not fun. I would take off the intake manifold like we did. That's frees up a lot of space. But yeah, I'm super hyped to get this thing started. I mean, yeah, so the M50 should be fine for a little bit more. If I'm hitting red line all the time, you know, it's not super great for an old motor, so I expect it to probably last like after this drift season. Fingers crossed. Hopefully the first event doesn't just go kaput. But yeah, this thing will be nice. I might even buy the transmission off of him because I have a Getrag, which is kind of like the shittiest BMW transmission like ever made. So they don't handle shit and they like to break a lot. So I don't know, we'll see. Depends on my budget, 1, and 2, if my Getrag decides to shit the bed, which is honestly like a sure fact. Like it's kind of unavoidable at this point. But wasn't too bad. I just got to take apart the valve train. I'm gonna change the piston rings because the main thing is it has an oiling issue, I think, because there's just oil everywhere. So I'm gonna change all the gaskets, change the valve, the valves and all that, valve springs, and piston rings. And this thing should be ripping and ready for boost. And then I'm gonna do the same setup that he has. So it's gonna be an M50 valve cover. So it's gonna be a metal valve cover. And then I'm just gonna run the same oil cooler and catch can setup as him. And hopefully it doesn't fuck with it. But it totally could. But yeah, honestly, like I'm glad to be back filming and working on cars. You know, sometimes life gives you lemons and you need to make some goddamn lemonade. You know what I'm saying? You must experience the rain to really enjoy the warmth. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I should be back pretty soon with us like actually tearing the motor apart, which I'm actually really excited for, because this is the first time I've really done stuff like this, at least on my own. I've always helped out Joey tearing apart motors and taking them out, but I've never really just done it by myself, you know. I've been working on cars for a couple of years now, and this is the first time I've actually been able to take out a motor and trans by myself, and I'm also kind of proud of myself. I keep going past borders I never thought I'd go past, but you know, it's part of it. It's all nuts and bolts. Just remember that. It's nothing too special. But that's gonna be it for today. I will see you guys in the next one, and I'm super hyped for the next video. But have a great day. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.